Hello, friends. How is everybody doing? Oh my god. It is a beautiful day here where I am, and it appears the stocks have been pretty stagnant, but yet moving at the same time, so that's kind of weird. I did take a nap, so I am getting a little bit caught up here. I'm currently looking at GME, and let's see what's going on. Well, seems like we hit 232 roughly around this morning. And then as the day went on, we hit up to 281.50, which, that's not bad. We were up there before. It's not as high as yesterday, which was much, much better. But then it seems like we've been dropping down back to 247, and currently we're sitting at 258.45. Wow. Okay. It seems like today has been quite a jump up and down. So that's for GME, though. So let's take a look at AMC, too. Just kind of preparing to get into power hour. Oh, cool. We have the 20 MA, which is the moving average over a 20-day period is crossing over the 200 MA, which generally in stocks means that it's going to be a bullish run, which we did see a little bit as it crossed over. However, we all know this is AMC. AMC is really freaking weird. And so who knows if that actually means that or not. It seems like maybe we had some shorting going on earlier today. Definitely saw some probably around here at open. That's pretty crazy. So that's nuts. So let's see. What was our high today? Our high seems to have been 1063 and low 990. From what I've been watching a lot today, I've also noticed that we've been hanging out kind of in the $10 period, which is kind of cool because maybe that's our new bottom. The L2s over here are showing that, well, we have some pretty decent movement going on. It doesn't seem like the L2s are stuck in one place like it was back when we were in the $5 period, which was not really all the most fun of times. Let's see, what do we got going on with our chart right now? We do have to break up around here. If we break at 1044, we should probably see a bit of movement, and it does appear that we are forming a solid level of support down around $10.16. It seems we have 3 touch points down there, which is generally what we're looking for, according to our boy Trey. If you haven't checked out Trey's trades, make sure to check him out because I've learned most of the stuff I've been learning about this in the past month and a month and a half about from him. I've also been watching Uncle Bruce, who's pretty cool. He has some cool stuff. He's had a lot of experience inside of the stock market. So cool guy. Make sure to check him out because he's pretty nifty. So let's see. Looks like we have 9 minutes until power hour. And I actually found a cool article. Let me pull it up here on Reddit. I think it was Forbes who is kind of giving us a little bit of acknowledgement. Let's see if I can get there. And I will switch the screen over in just a minute so you guys can see it too. Have to look around my camera here. Here it is. Alright, so this is going to be from Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. So it says, Forbes article accurately describing what happened with GME, describing what would happen if 10,000 of us bought call options. Best article I've read since January about this whole wild ride. Now, something to remember, GME and GameStop have been kind of in the same positions with stuff going on. Obviously, the charts have kind of deviated away from each other, which is good, besides for yesterday with what we saw with the short attacks, which was insane, with AMC dropping down $2 in about 11 minutes, and GME dropping about $200. So let's check this article out, though, guys. All right, so it's written by this guy called, oh, there's the ads. We'll go up here. It's written by a guy named George Calhoun. I believe I'm pronouncing that. He is apparently the founder and director of the Quantitative Finance Program and Hanlon Financial Systems Center at the Stevens Institute of Technology, New Jersey, and advisory board member of Hanlon Investment Management. So let's check this article out. GameStop, which is down 0.1% currently, is not following the script, despite confident predictions by almost all the sideline observers, including myself. The January frenzy in GME shares would end predictably and badly. This stock has suddenly surged a second time, embarrassing the conventional wisdom once again. So, I mean, guys, this is huge. This is saying that retail investors, I mean, obviously it's not just retail investors. We've learned that institutional investors are also part of this. But, you know, we're discovering a new thing according to this article. We're discovering that we're the gamma squeeze, which this is going to go more into. And everybody here probably knows about the gamma squeeze. And we have Andrew Quenneville saying, wubba lubba dub dub, countdown soon on Reddit. Yes, we are only 6 minutes away from Power Hour, or as I like to call it, Power Hour, which we're almost there. Oh, it's going to look good. It looks like AMC is already, looks like we have a little bit of a George W forming here. One sec, I'm going to go away from the article for a minute. Check this out. We got a bottom right here. And we got another bottom right over here. So we may be seeing, we are already starting to see a little bit of price movement moving up here. Volume is at 101,000, so not too high, and we're at a 73.18 million for the day, which isn't necessarily too high. AMC generally has a bit more than that. I think it's around 115,000, which is normal. I will actually give you guys that accurate information here. Yeah, it seems like AMC generally has an average volume of 159 million, so we're actually quite low. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more volume into this, and we'll see some pumping of the stock. And by pumping, I just mean price increase. A lot of buys going on. You know, apes, diamond hands, rocket ship. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over, while we're waiting for back over to the article over here. And we see when GME first erupted in January, I thought it looked like just a clever way to accelerate a conventional short squeeze. The mechanics of a short squeeze and the gamma accelerant using call options are described in my previous column. On that basis, I expected that it would soon deflate and return to normal. The battlefield would be littered with the carcasses of small investors who bought at the top. We'd hear the distant sound of champagne popping in the proud towers of Wall Street in Chicago, and the scolds in the press would treat us to another round of lectures on thrift and the madness of crowds. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Everybody, that's saying that these guys thought this was over back in January, but holy crap, here we go again. We're back. And it says that's not what happened. The stock did come down as low as $38, but the deflation didn't stick. As of this moment, midday March 10, GME is again trading above $300 a share. Things are moving fast. See the update at the end of this piece. Sorry guys, I can't talk right now. This latest surge is revealing something truly new, another gamma swarm. This time in its pure form, without the added fuel of an overextended short position. The shorts were substantially cleared out by the January episode. That may be up for debate, especially knowing what we know about way more shares than there should be currently going on with these stocks. And again, this is about GME, but I want to read this because this kind of does apply to AMC in some ways. In this column, I will examine this second surge in detail. It is the type of specimen of a new kind of market maneuver, which will establish this event as more than an anomaly. The gamma swarm phenomenon looks like something to be reckoned with, a new trading strategy that may require many other market participants, short sellers, regulators, market makers, clearinghouses, certain hedge funds, many conventional investors to make significant accommodations. So then it goes about talking about the short squeeze here. There seems to be a little doubt about that, about the top of January surge was the result of a successful rout of several major short sellers who had become complacent, it would seem, with their thesis and taken on too much risk. At the beginning of the year, the short interest in GME, that is, the percentage of the company's stock that had been sold short, was at least 68 million shares. Whoa, doesn't GameStop only have 70 million shares total? The entire public float, that is, the shares freely trading in the market, are excluding shares held by insiders, comprises 45 million shares. A short interest in excess of the float is not impossible, but it is highly unusual. That's not impossible. Interesting. I find that to be interesting. What do you guys think about that? And then it says here, an unstable event, as event showed, shares sold short all have to be bought back at some point, unless the company goes completely bankrupt. So one way to view this was an enormous reservoir of pent-up demand, a coiled spring, which is somehow triggered could propel the stock sharply upwards, inflicting huge losses on the short sellers, which is what we've been talking about in the past month, where if we can get the gamma squeeze to trigger, all those call options to expire in the money, they have to be bought back, which puts more pressure on the shorts and potentially a margin call on them happening. Again, this applies to AMC. And coming over back to AMC for a second here, we can see that we're actually starting to form a bullish flag. Look at this. We got the little green stem coming up here. And then if we, let me get my little indicator here, my tool. We could draw match 3 points. We can see that we are starting to consolidate a bit with only 1 minute till power hour. Check this out. All right, so if we break above this line, we should see quite a bit of movement. If we break below this line, we may see a little bit of downward movement. So we are hoping that we break above that line. So that ain't bad, guys. That ain't bad. And let's see, make sure that I'm not missing things over here. We will go back to the article, back and forth. Just want to make sure that I'm not missing things over here. Because there we go. All right, so it looks like we are consolidating still on the stock. So let's head over to the article. Let's go to the gamma squeeze point, because I think that's kind of what the main focus is right here and right now at this point in time. All right, the gamma squeeze. The mechanics of a gamma squeeze are complex. See the earlier column for details. And I doubt they are fully understood yet. Even the professionals failed in many cases to anticipate this development, which is why some of them lost a great deal of money. New discoveries, guys, new discoveries. The term gamma comes from the math involved in options pricing. It is not worth a detailed gloss for this column. We'll use the term here undefined as a label. The basic idea can be stated in simple terms. It involves the use of options, specifically call options, which as we know is betting that the stock is going to go up. That is options to buy shares in the future at a defined price called a strike price. Which is the reason why 801 was so important. And if we go actually back over the chart really quickly, we are starting to see a breakthrough here. So strike price. Let me find where I was. Sorry about that. Called the strike price to drive up the price of the shares. It works because when a trader buys a call option, it creates a risk for the counterparty who sold that option. Without further measures, if the shares rise above the strike price, the option seller will have to acquire those shares in the open market at a loss to fulfill the contract. There are many ways to hedge this risk. The net of the process, though, often requires someone to buy a share of the underlying stock. The call is converted at some point into a covered call. The market maker has sold you an option that goes up in value as the stock goes up. The more the stock goes up, the more the market maker owes you. It hedges this by buying something else that is going up in value as the stock goes up, specifically the stock itself. All right, we are consolidating a little bit more here, but we still got a nice bullish flag forming, so we may see something here. It looks like we did have a little bit of a false break before. The other key fact is that options are much cheaper to buy than shares. In the example developed in the previous column, based on actual market pricing, a typical 2-week call option for Tesla, which is currently at plus 3.8% today, that's not bad, costs just 2% of the price of Tesla share at the time. This means that ordinary investors, retail traders, can more easily participate, and if they can coordinate their option buying, they gain a huge leverage by forcing the option sellers to buy shares, putting upward pressure on the stock. So essentially, in the January surge, the pre-existing short interest in GME was like dry tinder. Love that, dry tinder. Ready to burn, but hard to ignite. The gamma squeeze, using options with their inherently enormous leverage for creating pressure on the buy side, was like adding gasoline and tossing a match. Boom. Which is where we saw GME at one point hit over $500, which is absolutely insane. However, I believe we're going to go higher. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but damn it, I want to see it. And I hope that you guys, I would like to hope that you guys do want to see that also. What is different about the second surge? The new surge took off quite suddenly around 2:30 p.m. on February 24. The stock had been quiescent for the previous 2 weeks, drifting down gently. We all thought it was the calm after the storm, but then on the 24th, the share price doubled in the final 90 minutes of trading, and then doubled again in the first half hour of the following day. The volume was absolutely extraordinary. On February 25, GME traded 4 times the company's total float. That's not normal. Over 3 days, February 24th to 26th, GME traded almost 10 times its public float. This is probably a record for turnover shares relative to the float of substantial public company. Now, the question we have to ask here is, was that due to just a whole bunch of trading going on? Or was the whole public float possible to trade due to naked shares? Now, I'm going to leave that up to you guys to decide on what actually happened there, but it is highly unusual for a company to trade their public float in one day like that. For comparison, Tesla, which set its own record for the value of shares traded for a single company on a single day when it joined the S&P 500 index December 18, traded only about half of its float in the 3 days surrounding that event. The short squeeze is evidently over. The short interest had declined by February reasonably so, since the shorts overpowered the January surge and had to close out their positions. Again, form your own opinions here on whether or not you think that the shorts have actually covered. Short interest in the stock has substantially diminished. As of February 12, short interest in GameStop stood roughly 30% of the stock's free float, representing the lowest short interest in the company since the end of December 2018. I do believe that utilization, however, was at 100% not too long ago for GME within the past month, and AMC, I think a few days ago, was actually at 100% utilization. So I don't think, personally, that these shorts have covered. So the article goes on here to say, and I will actually put a link here in the chat for this. Boom. And for my Facebook people, I cannot seem to put it here. I will find a way. Let me just go to my page here. And actually, I need to switch this off because otherwise you guys can see my Facebook. Here is the link for that article that I was just reading. I will also post the Reddit link. This is from last night. Here you go. This is where that originally came from. And let me put it over here on the YouTube chat. Here you go. All right, so let's come back over to the charts because we are in Power Hour, 6 minutes in here, and we are seeing that we are going up above the breaking point where we needed to go over to see some movement. We are seeing that movement. It seems at $10.30 on the L2 chart, which you can see right over here. We are seeing a strong bid, or ask size rather, of 8,196 people at 10:29 or 10:30. So that's going to be a little bit difficult to break over. It does seem there is a little bit more selling pressure than buying pressure on the stock, but we are still moving up very slowly, which is not a bad thing. And this is for AMC currently. If you look at the top of this page, you can see that AMC is shown on the little like sign that I have above it, and the price of AMC is also in the top right. I also have GME and AMC at the bottom, respectively. Now, give me 1 second. I'm just going to take a quick drink of water because my throat is getting a little dry. All right. That was like the first drink of water I've had today, so maybe why I was stumbling over those that article a little bit when I was reading it. The good news that we have here, guys, is that the 20 MA is breaking away from the 200 MA, which is a sign of a volatile market and potential bullish movement. It is currently sitting at 58.48% on the RSI, which is the relative strength indicator, and this tells us that whether the stock is oversold or underbought. Currently, it is sitting at a little bit above overbought, so that may be a sign that we may see a little bit of a reversal, but not necessarily. Again, this stock, especially AMC, is unpredictable. Who knows what's going on there? But it does appear that we are getting a little bit of a green coming out of here, and looks like we are headed towards that 1044 mark. I'm seeing a little bit of another green increase here on the chart, which is, whoa, there we go. That's what we want to see. We want to see movements like that. Maybe we are going to be picking up in volume, currently sitting at 93.81 thousand volume in the market, 74.71 million volume for the day, which is a little bit lower than what we want to be seeing. We want to be where we were a few weeks ago, where we were at about quadruple that. So it looks like we are going to be moving a bit, though. Definitely seeing that increase in volume. I have my volume chart down here. It's a little small, but if you see this little blue line right here, this is going to tell you what the current volume is at this current minute. I am on the minute chart, which is telling me where everything is at. There is a little bit of resistance. If you see this little candlestick here on the top, that little green part coming out of the top, that's saying that the price tried to go up here, but there was more selling pressure for it to drop down. So that's why you see that there. Now, if you look at green candlesticks, they open at the bottom. So like right here, they open and then they close at the top. So over the course of a minute, which is what I currently have my chart on, you can change your ranges and intervals to different placements and periods. You will see these represent different time periods. So the green ones open at the bottom and close at the top. So at this current minute here, not the current minute right now, but the current minute I'm showing you, this opened at 10:20 and then it closed at 10:25. Now, if we look at red candlesticks, they're different. They open at the top and then they close at the bottom. So like this one that I'm on right now opened at 10:28 roughly, and then it closed at 10:26. And then we see these little wicks at the top and the bottom of the candle charts. The top wick is indicating that it tried to go up to a certain price. This one here up to 1035, but then it got pushed down. There was more selling pressure on the stock. Whereas in reverse, it tried to go down to 1025, but there was more buying pressure, so it pushed it back up and it resisted this. So this just shows you the overall at this current moment of where this price tried to hit, the targets tried to hit. It does appear that we are seeing a little bit of a drop over here on AMC going down to 1024. A little bit of resistance on both sides, but yet it is still dropping. So that's not necessarily what we want to be seeing, but it's not a bad thing. It's not too big. I would like to see another green candlestick within the next few minutes to overshadow that and just kind of indicate that we are going to be a little bit more bullish. So that's kind of good. Let's see what's going on with GME. GME is it's struggling today. Whoa. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have looked at GME, guys. Oh, man. Ooh, that is not what you want to be seeing right now. This could potentially, let's see, how far are we dropping? Down about $15. This could be a little bit of shorting potentially going on. However, we are seeing that the sells are pretty high at this current moment. We have to break above 267.50 with 598 in the size. So that's our next point we get over. We can get 267. We may see a little bit of movement. It doesn't look like there's too many walls to get through there. So that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Not bad at all. So what do you guys think? How you guys feeling about the stocks? Do you think we're heading towards the short squeeze? Do you think we're not heading towards the short squeeze? Go ahead and mention it down in the comments. I would be curious to have your opinions on this. I personally believe that we're going to get there. I do believe we're going to get there, especially with all the news coming out. We've had a lot of news catalysts, guys. We've had the CEO on several stations saying that even before the whole Reddit thing has happened, that the stock's doing really well. We had the new DTCC rule that's coming into play, I believe soon. I don't think it's officially in state yet, but that is going to make it much easier for the shorts to be forced to cover on their positions. I know AMC is also starting their count today, their total share count. Now, I'm confused about something, so if you guys can clear this up for me, that would be very much so appreciated. They're starting that count today, but to my understanding, that's not going to actually officially end until the 4th of May. If you have more information on that, I would definitely be interested to hear that. Now, something else I want to mention is down here in the description of the chat, I do have a link to Webull. If you are interested in signing up for Webull, I get 2 free stocks. This is the program that I'm using. You don't even actually need to sign up for Webull to use their desktop app. You can just go to their page and download it to your desktop. I like it a lot. Their phone side of things, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of. However, they are still efficient. They're still readable. They're just not as really well laid out as they could be. I also have here, if you are interested, my PayPal. Link to my PayPal if you're interested in donating to this. I do want to do this a little bit more often. And also, if you're on YouTube, if you want to hit the like button there, that will also help my channel grow a little bit too. I do other stuff on this channel, such as music. Sometimes I'll be playing games and stuff like that. I do intend to make more videos too for you guys. It seems like right now, though, GME is dropping a little bit. We are down on the day by 0.19%. Again, that's 0.19%, now 0.30, so it's not too bad. Easily could have a recovery there. Let's go back to AMC and see what's going on here. It does look like we may have found a new floor here. If you look here, we have a lot of support going on. See how we have 1, 2, 3 points here that kind of meet. We hit it here. So it may be a little bit difficult to break below 1020. Let's see what 1020 is looking at. Doesn't look like a strong level of support there. Looks like we more have one at 1019. So let's move that down just to be consistent with the L2 chart. So we don't want to break below here because that could indicate that we are going to have more of a bearish run, which is not what we want. And it appears that we have a big level of support, or a big wall rather, at I believe it was 1030. So I'm going to move this down for now to 1030, just so you guys kind of see. We are still it's not perfect, but it does look like we are forming that bit of that bullish flag. We are getting new highs, and we are kind of keeping consistent lows. So that is up for a debate for you guys on whether or not you think that's going to go up or down. I'm personally hoping up, and I think all of you who are here are probably hoping up, hoping that it goes up too. So how are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing with your stocks? If you want to leave a comment down in the chat, I would love to see your opinions and if you're frustrated or if you're feeling really good. Maybe I don't want to know what your positions are. I just want to know how you're feeling about it. Just feeling about the stock in general. Because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. We do see that the volume has dropped a bit. We were at a higher volume about 3 minutes ago. However, we are in power hour, and usually, in my opinion, the last 30 minutes, especially the last 10 minutes, are the time period where we see quite a lot of movement going on. We are seeing a nice little green candlestick overshadowing this last one, and we are seeing a lot of resistance here to go lower, which is exactly what we want to see. We always want to be going higher. And things are looking pretty decent. Ooh, I'm going to check out one of the stocks I'm currently holding. Average 893. Hey, there you go. That's not a bad average at all. I'm currently averaging on AMC. Where? I got to unlock my account here. Give me 1 second. Currently, I am averaging at 848. So that ain't bad. I see green lights for the future. Hell yeah, man. I feel it. I feel it. Even as red, I will run it. You know, man, that's a really solid point and something that we should talk about. This is a really good long-term stock. And this is why I'm just not scared about this stock. In my opinion, this is very undervalued at the current time, especially because we saw like $12 yesterday. Come on. We have the whole idea that the CEO saying the company's in good position. Theaters are opening up. Another state, I can't remember what state it is going to be opening up at 90%. Or it's going to be not opening up 90%. They're going to be opening up their theaters too, which means even better news for AMC. AMC, what I mean by the 90% that I said before, is that 90% of the theaters are currently open in the U.S., to my understanding, which is really awesome, guys. So that's telling me that some of the COVID restrictions are letting up a bit, which is good for health, hopefully. Hopefully people are being smart and we're opening up when the country is at a good COVID place. That's to be, I don't know too much about the details on that at the current time. I know in my state, a lot of the restrictions are being lifted. It does appear that we just tried to drop below our support, but we resisted it again. Very good. But we have that going for us. So long term, we could see this pop up. I've heard rumor that this could pop up. If that's the case, with no squeeze, it could go up to like $20, $25. We also have had rumor in the past year of the acquisition that hasn't been talked about in the past half month to a month from what I've seen. But Forbes did release an old article, about a month ago saying that an acquisition with like Amazon could be a possibility. So who knows? Maybe this share counting, which I've heard rumor of too, could indicate that an acquisition in the future. So maybe even if this does squeeze, guys, maybe we want to get into that just for the acquisition or the long term. I know that AMC is probably going to become a stock that I hold on to just in general. I'm noticing that we're dropping below the 50% point on the RSI indicator, which is telling us that the stock is a little bit oversold. Not too much, just 3%, so take that with a grain of salt. But, you know, these indicators, they sometimes can let you know what's going on. Sometimes they can. Sometimes they can. All right. We're sitting currently at 87.48 thousand volume at this current minute. Sitting on 76.25 million volume for the day. Let's head over to iBorrowDesk, though. Let's see what the short share interest is happening. Let me open it up here, and then I'll open it up on my screen. All right. It appears that there are 4.3 million currently short shares available. It appears the interest rate has dropped. This is confusing to me, and if any of you guys have any more information on this, I'd be interested. If we go down to, where is it? Right here. Just trying to get all of them. I just want these. All right, so these past two. Right here. Yesterday, we were at close, 15 minutes before close, we were sitting at 1.6 million short shares. And then all of a sudden, at market open this morning, we saw it go up to 5.2 million. That does seem like quite a jump in between those times. I'd expect to have seen more of something like that when we saw this stock heavily shorted yesterday around 12 o'clock, right around, I believe this happened in this area here. There we go. And we didn't see much of a jump. We saw it go up 200,000. But to see it jump from yesterday to today from 1.6 to 5.2 million, that seems a little weird. Also, the short interest dropping like this is also a little weird to me. So I don't know if I feel like that is completely accurate per se. I mean, it's accurate, but I think we're potentially looking at the naked short share stuff. Ooh, look what we got going on over here. We got a nice little green bar popping up here over on AMC. Let's keep watching this to see if it goes up anymore. Currently sitting at $10.25. We have a nice support at $10.22, which is raising it from where we were before. There you go, just to kind of have it match up with the L2s. So that support is raising a little bit. I like it, I like it, I like it. And let's see, it looks like slowing down. RSI is increasing to 54.95, which isn't bad at all. We're seeing a little bit of a friend popping up here on the chart too. Oh, here we go. We're going to be testing that 1030. Or 1029. If we can break over 1030, we may see just a little bit of movement. It actually seems like I do need to move this up to 1035, however, with the L2s. But it does. We do have a little bit of resistance up at each penny interval along the way here. So let's see what happens. Yes, let's see some apes in the chat, guys. Let's see some apes. Oh, man. Oh, and look at this. We have a little bit more of a triple bottom going on here. That ain't bad. Got a little bit of a bottom happening here. Got two as I marked before. We do have a double top going on, but, you know, that could be a sign of a nice little George W. It does appear that we have one going here. I'm copying the George W. From Trey, from Trey's Trades. If you haven't, check out his channel. I've been learning a lot from that guy, let me tell you. Him and Bruce, I really like those guys. So let's see what's going to happen next. Oh, looks like we're dropping a bit. Let's go check out GameStop in the meantime. Also, another news catalyst that I do want to mention is that AMC outperformed on their earnings. It was unexpected that they did as well as they did, which that's also a positive news catalyst. There really hasn't, besides for the hit pieces that have been written, we haven't seen that many negative things going on. So that's kind of huge. Kind of huge, guys. I think we may see some movement before the end of the day. This is looking a little bit like a flag. It's more of consolidation, but I think we do have a chance to see some movement. We are sitting at 25 past the power hour, as I like to call it. So who knows what's going to happen here? Who knows what's going to happen? And if you haven't yet and you're on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be extremely helpful. And let's see what else is going on here. I'm going to switch over, for me, to one of the chats I've been following. See if there's anything interesting going on that I have missed. It does not appear. Looks like there's just some debate going on the Reddit chats. All right, they're talking about some interesting stuff over here. So if you're part of the chats over there, interesting. Oh, look at this. We're getting a little bit of a break here. Maybe we're getting that push. Maybe we're gonna see an increase of volume here. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Come on, let's see it. Let's see it. Want to see that break, that 1044. I want to end above there today if we can. Don't know if the volume right now is going to permit that from happening. Here we go. That George W. indicated that we may be seeing a bit of movement, and I think we may. Really want to break through 1035 first. That seems to be one of our first levels of resistance here. How are we looking at on the L2s? Yeah, definitely a big resistance at 1035. But we are pushing at 1031 currently. So, interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what else we got going on. Making sure I'm not missing anything that you guys should know about. All right. Currently, we got this guy in the Reddit chat, too, who likes to do countdowns, and I don't think I see him here. And his countdowns have become infamous, and every time he counts down, it had seemed that the price increased and the stock would just go off at that current time. So maybe we'll get a countdown from him. I'm keeping an eye open for it on the Reddit chat. And actually, I will share that with you guys. So let me throw that on the Facebook page. There you go. So if you want to follow the Reddit chat that I am following, you can find it right there. So what are we seeing? What are we seeing? No new news. I'm going to check out the Wall Street bets page and see if we have any other news. I'm going to leave the stocks open for you guys. So let's see what's going on in Wall Street bets. See if there's any interesting articles. Just some memes and stuff that I'm seeing right now. Mega thread. All right, don't see any news popping up here. Damn. Wow, this one guy currently is has a market value of 5.154 million. That's insane. Wish that was my bank account, guys. All right, don't see anything there. Good news, however, is that the stimulus check got passed yesterday, to my understanding. So we should be seeing that within the next week. And now I'm going to check the Wall Street Bets new page. It's kind of what I do every day. I just kind of go through these. I look through things. I check the chats. I listen to different podcasts to see what's going on. And everybody is just saying to hold. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the importance of holding. Why do we need to hold? Well, the importance of holding is that the longer we hold, the higher the price can go. Because people, when we get the shorts need to cover their shares. They need to be able to buy them back. And if we don't give it to them at the price that they're asking for, they have to keep asking higher and higher. And that's kind of the idea of a short squeeze. And then the call options are expiring on Friday, which is also going to be good because that means that the price will go up between, I believe, Monday and Wednesday of next week is how that works, which also puts more pressure on the shorts. And we are seeing here that we do have a little bit of that George W. form in here. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Or as the technical terms call it, a double bottom. So you can see we kind of have a W here. And coming up to here, and I'm going to actually draw this one to show kind of the trajectory that we are currently on. There we are. That right there. So it looks like we could start trading a little bit sideways, but however, we are on a nice upward moving path. That is what we want to see. We do want to break through that 1035. The resistance there has dropped a little bit down to 6.5 thousand when it was at over 8,000, which is a little bit better. So we might be breaking through there. We do have a strong level of support at 1025, which I believe moves it up from where we were before by a few cents, which is a good sign. So we'll move our line up there just to take a look at that. And so it looks like we are heading in the right direction. We have 29 minutes left in the left. We have 29 minutes left in Power Hour. 29 minutes. So let me head back over here, see what's going on in the chat that I'm part of. Doesn't seem like anything super special is going on. However, we are trading sideways. It does seem like GME has now moved into the green. And let's see, we have a little bit of a George W going on here too. Interesting. We did have a run up to 270 earlier, which we covered at the beginning of this, I believe, because this would have been at 10 minutes past the hour. So nice little George W here, also an indicator of moving up. My RSI is showing that we're at 56.89, which is saying that it is a little bit overbought. However, that's really not saying much at all. That is still a very stable stock. You kind of just, if it goes above 70 or 30 or below 30, that's usually when the RSI is going to be the most accurate. So that's good. That's good. Let's see what our pullback is going on. I haven't been doing that, so I should do that here. We are currently sitting at a very healthy pullback spot, about 30, a little bit below 38.2%. So not bad at all. You know, we may see some buyers coming in at this point in time. However, in that moment that I said that, we are dropping closer to 50. Still a healthy retracement. Oh, now we're going past that. I'm just going to shut up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, what a day. What a day. Let's see what this news here is. Top 20 trending stocks on Wall Street Bets as of Monday. Nothing super special there. However, maybe we are heading down a little bit here on GameStop. Let's go check out to see what AMC is doing, see if it's still trading sideways. A little bit, got some consolidation going on here. However, it does appear that we have created some new lows. We've dropped our resistance by about 200 on the L2 charts for the ask there. So not bad, not bad, not bad. I want to see that push, though. I want to see that push. Want to see that push. So yeah, so in the chat here, do you think we're going green today? Think we're going to finish up even higher than where we're at? Or do you think we're going to finish lower? Would love to hear your guys' opinions on that. And in the meantime, I'm going to check over at one of my other stocks, CTRM, which I am a fan of. Looks like they have a little bit of a flag forming here. This stock has been stuck. It's for quite a few days at below $1. Which is, we want to be above $1 because to my understanding, it can get delisted if it's below $1 for long enough. However, to an older understanding, and I just heard this today from Trey saying that it still has potential to get delisted. To my understanding, though, it already passed its compliance. However, maybe there's more things there that I don't know about. If you know more about that, I'd be interested to hear that. However, I would like to see this break above $1. It's been having a hard time. It does seem to have a pretty decent volume. I think it's just about average. Let me check CTRM here. Where do I want to go? Yahoo Finance. And I want to have CTRM. Oh, actually, no, wow, okay. Its average volume is actually 190 million. Sorry. I was very incorrect about that. So it appears that we are not even at half volume on this today. So looking for some news catalysts, which kind of surprises me about this one here too, is that it just acquired another vessel 1 day ago, but it didn't have much movement at all. Also, to my understanding, that this stock is pretty heavily shorted, I believe. So that is also something to consider. I know that the percentage is high. Let me go over to iBorrowDesk and see where we're sitting at with that. It does have a pretty high interest rate. 10 million shares available. Okay, yeah, it's been stuck there for quite some time. Yeah, this stock's just... There's not a lot of movement going on with this guy. But it is believed to be a long-term stock. So I will absolutely be holding on to that. It does appear that we are trading sideways here. So I'm going to get rid of my previous trends here, so that way it's a little less confusing. Get rid of these. All right, yeah, looks like we're just bouncing around, just consolidating. Nothing super exciting going on with AMC at the current time, sitting at 77.97 million volume, which is not that high today. We want to be higher than that. We want to see more than that. We need some more movement in here to get moving. Oh, that potential short from yesterday was not exciting. However, we are seeing here again that our 20 MA is moving a little bit away from our 200 MA, which shows volatility and potentially a bit of movement, which we are starting to see here. Hopefully, maybe this will be our breakout. Not sure, though. We do appear to have more of a triple top going on here. So maybe we'll be stuck at the 1029 range. 22 minutes left. 22 minutes left in the hour until we hit close. So who knows what we will see? Who knows what we will see? GameStop is going back into the red for today. Whoa. Yeah, that is not having a pretty retracement. However, it does have a level of support down here, sitting at about two. Oh man, it's about right here. So it is bouncing off of it a little bit. Let's see if that's going to hold. I'm going to get rid of my Fibonacci here. It's holding. Might be a little... Yeah, it's looking a little bearish right now. I'd like to see another green candlestick here popping up. This could be some shorting going on. It's pretty short. That's a pretty sharp decrease there. Come on, little guy. Get above there. Let's see you move. Let's see you move. All right, let's head back to AMC for now. See what's going on here. Sitting pretty safe on the RSI, right at 52.92%. Definitely a safe range there. Currently at 95.99 thousand volume. But still consolidating. The good news here, though, is that we have strayed away a little bit from the GME chart. That means that they kind of become more of their own stocks besides yesterday, again, with the weird short and multiple meme stocks. But I like AMC, guys. I like the stock. A lot of consolidation going on here. I do run some other channels. I do have a Twitch channel, which I do a whole bunch of other different kind of videos. If you're interested in checking that out, you can find that at twitch.tv/enragedgoosestudios. I also have down in the little description here on the YouTube page, and I believe on the Facebook thing, you can sign up for Webull. If you do that, I get 2 free stocks. That is the program I'm using here if you're interested in getting into investing. I do like this program a lot. I've used Cash App, and I've seen a little bit of Robinhood. I really do like this program a lot better. Cash App is really, really simple, in my opinion. So if you're brand new, maybe you want to spend a few days with that. It doesn't give you a lot of information, though. It's mostly, you can only buy in the open market. You can only do market buys and market sells. And but as for a new investor, maybe that's what you're looking for. And the graphs are definitely not detailed at all. So Cash App may not be exactly my favorite app, but however, I did start with it, and I do like it, and I do have some of my AMC position over there in Cash App. So there's that. However, Webull, as you see, it's not as complicated as it looks, guys. This is just the price action. Very plain and simple. It's going up here, down here, up here, down, up, which stocks do. In consolidation, we can see we have a little bit more of a line we can probably draw here. Oh, let me get my trend line. We'll go through at least three. So you can see we're seeing some consolidation there. And we are seeing some consolidation about right there. So if we break above this blue line, we may see some movement upwards. If we break below, we may see some movement downwards. But we're not sitting in a bad position. We're just not. Consolidation actually gives people a chance to buy in. So, maybe I'm not a financial advisor, but maybe right now, if you haven't, this is the point where you might want to get in a little bit more on this stock. Kind of just sticking here. This is may have a good chance to head upwards here. Again, AMC, though, doesn't really follow chart analysis to a T. Has a mind of its own. Let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, thank you for the like. I see somebody down in the bottom has hit it. Oh, and there goes another one. That second one was me. Oh, we got 3 likes. Oh, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like on YouTube. Let's see what we got going on over here on Facebook too. Make sure that my chat's uploading. It is doing everything correctly. Very nice, very nice. Come back over to YouTube. All right, the more likes we get, the better this channel will get more popular. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, if you haven't yet, you can also hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. That subscribe button will let you know what things going on. It also, if you hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell next to it, which you can press, which will let you know every time that I put up a new video or when I go live. So that may be something to check out too. Still consolidating. 17 minutes left. 16 minutes left. 16 minutes left in the hour of power hour. I'm hoping to see last 10 minutes can be pretty volatile, so maybe we'll see a bit of movement there. Let's go check out what's going on with GME over here. Oof. We are recovering a little bit off of that drop. That could have been some shorting. I think we are seeing a bit of shorting going on here today. Right here we saw some. I think we saw some right here. I believe both AMC and GME are under SSR, so it's a little bit more difficult to short, but not impossible. I am still watching like a soldier. Stand by, soldier. We're going to war. Actually, we're at war, so don't stand by. Be ready to go. Be ready to go. We are seeing a little bit more. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is nice. We may be seeing a little bit more volume increase happening over here on GME, which would be nice. Need to break. Let's see where our resistance is at. We need to break over 264. If we break above 264, which is right down over here. We did break above 264. 265. 265 here again. It looks like we're getting a little bit more green movement here. Getting exciting. Getting exciting. Maybe we'll see that push over 270 on GME. AMC looks like it's still hanging out in that 24, 26 range. I have a little indicator here on my screen showing so. You guys also have it on your screen, and it appears that they have frozen. So let me update. Let me refresh these. So that way they are giving you 100% accurate numbers down there. Sorry if they haven't been moving. Assaulting using money is legal. Yes, it is. Oh. Although I wonder if like you give somebody an intentional paper cut with money, is that illegal? You know, if you're just doing it out of a malicious intent, is that illegal? Let's see. All right, it seems like we have a little bit of a stop here. Oh, no. Looks like market's undecided. We have pretty much an even green and an even top wick and a little bottom wick there, which indicates that the market couldn't decide in that moment. Oh, and it turned red. Man, as I start addressing things here, things just start taking on a mind of their own. They're like, no, what you're saying is now inaccurate. Oh, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Not in Canada. Well, I mean, I guess in Canada, as long as you say that you're sorry, I think it is. I think that you're fine. Oh, let's see. All right, I'm getting a phone call. I will get that later. Oh, man. Let's see what's happening here. We got 14 minutes left in the hour. AMC looks like it is going up a little bit. We are barcoding. Now, for those viewers who don't know what barcoding is you see how you see these top wicks, top wick, bottom wicks, long wicks, and stuff like that, but they're staying in the same place? That is barcoding. That is just staying still. We saw barcoding for so long back in the $5 range about I think it was half a month ago. Paper cut with $5 bills is 2 years. With a $100 bill, it's 10 years. Sorry, Nice. Oh, man. All right, so if you're going to, if you want to paper cut somebody with money in Canada, apparently you have to do so with low amounts. Otherwise, you will end in jail for a longer period of time. Now, the question becomes, if you use a $100 parole, do you even get, or a $100 bill, do you even get parole, or are you just stuck there, you know? At what point does that, when do we go from it being a felony, from a misdemeanor to a felony? Oh, man. Oh, let's see what GameStop's doing. Are we still getting that push? Oh, it seems like we got a sell rejection starting to happen here. Oh man, I forget what you call that, but it's a good sign. May see some movement. Still a little low on the volume coming in here. Whoa, GameStop's only had 26.7 million. What's their average for the day? Let's check that out. GME. That's what I want to open up. I'm opening up Yahoo. Oh, okay, I guess we're at half. A little bit above half. Wow, GME does have a low average volume pretty consistently. Only 43 million is their average. That's pretty insane. AMC is currently sitting at 79.1. I know that's definitely low for AMC's average volume. Simple punch in the face, you get community hours and a slap on the hand. Oh man. All right, guys. So you're learning here in the chat about how to go about your felonies and misdemeanors, or just crime in general. We are still, and I am not necessarily encouraging you to participate in this behavior. I am sure as hell not a financial advisor, but I am also not a criminal advisor either. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, yeah, just not seeing any movement. We need a push. We need a push. We need some volume. We need some volume. We are heading in 20 seconds till the last 10 minutes of the hour. 10 minutes left. Got a lot of consolidation. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd rather see barcoding than it dropping low. That's for sure. Man. Getting some flashbacks here to the days of the $5 range. We've been seeing a lot of, just to give another example of this, under CTRM, let's go to the hour chart. Where was it? We saw a lot of barcoding with CTRM for a while. Maybe I'll go to the day chart here. There it is. Look at this. That just stayed stagnant for such a long period of time. Oof. Not fun. Not fun. All right, back to AMC here. I'm going to switch it back to the 1 minute chart where we were at. Scrolling over. Looks like the 20 MA and the 200 MA are in parallel. So it doesn't mean much, just means that we're kind of staying stagnant there. Got a little green bar there who's trying so hard to break above that 1029. But we do want to break above 1030 next. We got a little bit of a wall at 1030. So if we can break above that, that would feel really good. Again, if you're interested, down in the description on both Facebook and YouTube. Oh, here we may break over here. We may break over here. There's a push. But as I was saying, down in the descriptions there is a PayPal link if you are interested in donating to my channel. That does help me do some other cool things, update equipment and such. So no pressure or anything to do that. But just feel like I should put that out there. Also, we have down there a Webull link. So if you want to sign up for Webull and you decide to use my link, I do get 2 free shares, which is also always appreciated. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell next to the subscription symbol if you have not. That will also help me quite a bit. I'm having fun, guys. This is my first YouTube stream of this stuff, so I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. Let's get some positive pressure out there. Let's see some apes in the chat. Let's see some apes, some diamond hands, some rocket ships, because we're taking this shit to the moon. We're taking this shit to the moon. I actually don't think I can say that on YouTube, so my bad. We're going to take this poop to the moon. This ape poop. We are taking the ape poop to the moon. Ooh, look at this. Last 8 minutes, we're seeing a push above that barcoding. That's what we like to see. Maybe we'll see an increase in volume here too. Attempting to break through 1035 here. I am going to delete some of my indicators here just to create a little less confusion. You just get these out of here. All right, so we are currently trying to break above 1035. There it is. There it is. 1033, sitting at 1033 right now. Let's see what GME is currently doing over here. GME is also getting a push. Ooh, and what do we have here? What do we have here? Guys, look at it. Look at it. As Trey would say, we have a George W. And if you haven't, check out Trey's Trades. I love that guy. He's pretty awesome. Again, I've learned a lot from him. So you'll learn a lot more from him than you will from me. And my whole point of doing this channel is just to kind of, you know, spread the word of what's going on here with AMC and GME. Stocks aren't scary, guys. Stocks just aren't scary. If you're watching and you've never gotten into the stock market before, it's not as scary as you think. Let's see, GME is having a little bit more of a pullback than AMC. However, yep, definitely different charts still. Good, good, good. That's what we want to see. We want to see different charts for these guys. I'm personally hoping that if we do hit the squeeze, that we will see them squeeze at different times. That is personally what I would like, because then I can, once I cash out on one, I can go right into the other and maybe ride a second squeeze. Oh, man. Looks like we may be heading into a little bit more consolidation again at a similar level. We do have I believe, a Morningstar thing here. So that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. So how's it feeling, guys? How's this adventure? It's been long. It's been a long one. We have been sent for twists and turns and manipulation. Damn. Really wondering what happened to the person who decided to short the stock yesterday. Wonder if he's been arrested. He or she, or they, or them, have been arrested. That's the real question. Give me 1 second here. I'm just going to get a quick drink of water. If I can get control over my mouse. There we go. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we are back here. Looks like we have potentially a new bottom forming. There is a nice resistance at 1027, so right about here, which goes through the barcoding. Hopefully we won't pass below that, because that could be a sign of bearish movement. We are up 4.26%. Hey, gains are gains. Gains are gains. All right, hit 1026. Let's see if we can, maybe this is a false break that we're going to see here. Hoping for a false break. Hoping for a false break. Keep pushing up. Go above that 1026. We don't want it. We want 1027 and above. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oof. Still have according to the chart here, we do have a nice level of support too. Our last support was 1024, so as long as we can stay above that. So we have L2s showing a resistance at 1024, which may have dropped a little bit. And that's actually pretty close to the other support that we had. So pretty strong there. Got 12,000 in size, which is a good indicator. Good indicator. We're breaking a little bit below our last, this little blue line here, which is what could indicate bearish from before. So actually we had a false break, it appears here, when we went higher. So difficult stuff, difficult stuff. 3 minutes left in the day, 3 minutes 36 seconds to be more specific. Oh man, almost coming to the end of our first stream together, guys. I think if you guys are enjoying this, make sure to throw a like over in the YouTube channel. It does help. It does help. Hit subscribe, hit that little bell, and every day you guys can join me in my adventure on AMC and GME. And I will start talking about other stocks too. Predominantly right now, I'm just kind of sitting with this. For a lot of really good information though, guys, check out Trey's Trades. He is awesome. Also check out Bruce's channel. What is Bruce's channel called? I just have it saved So let's figure out what that is. Stock markets with Bruce. Check him out. That guy used to work in the stock market. So he's got a lot of good information. I've just watching him for the past week and a half. Oh man, I've learned about all that could be potentially going on here. I mean, GameStop hasn't even really had any bad news catalysts either. Ryan Cohen's on the board, who used to be part of Chewy. Which Chewy is a dog food company, I believe, and they have a really nice e-commerce side of things. And GameStop is heading over into e-commerce. And speaking of GameStop, it appears... Whoa, that's got to be shorting. That's got to be shorting right at the end. Come on, guys. Don't short the stock right at the end. Keep holding, guys. Keep holding, friends. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. But, keep holding. We need to... As long as we do that, doesn't matter how many times they short, we will eventually get there. Oh, last minute. Let's see if we can break above. I mean, we're up on AMC, so I'd like to see an increase in GME. I'd like to break above 3.91 negative % here. But we would need quite a push in the last 28 seconds here. Oof, what a day, what a day. AMC looks like it's also being pushed down a little bit. Oh, it might be being shorted here too. I don't know. I can't imagine that people are actually selling off. I mean, over here maybe. But these long red wicks that we're seeing just don't seem likely. Especially what we saw yesterday. Insane stuff, insane stuff. So let's see, we're coming up to the last 2 seconds of the day. Looks like we may have a little bit of a green candle bar there. However, we now have hit close. All the numbers are registering in. And our final before the after hours is 10:24 on AMC. It is also at 2:56:20. Okay, we're starting to see some... After hours are always weird. But we are seeing some green on... GME, actually. Look at this. You guys can't see the current price, but it's at 258. And it appears after hours may recover this stock a little bit. We're up already 1%. I'm going to stay here for probably just a few more minutes before I close out. Just to see kind of what happens. I always like to see the first few minutes. While we're waiting for that, let's just get a kind of a recap of the day. We had a high of 242 and a low of 232. So we had a bit of movement, but there's a faster way to do, there we go. We had a bit of movement in the beginning, but then it kind of came down and it didn't do too much. Let's see if we have anything cooler to look at on, maybe a bit of a bullish flag? I don't think that's a bad sign. A little bit of consolidation going in here. We have a George W. that could have panned out a little bit more. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Sitting at 10:27 on AMC in the after hours. Alright guys, well, I think I'm just going to end it there. I do have to make a phone call, but if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to share with your friends, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification on YouTube in order to know every time that I go live. I do want to do more of these, so thank you for joining. This has been the Stock Market Power Hour with Autumn on 3/11/2021. I hope to see you guys next time. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. And as I always say on my Twitch page with everybody else, get enraged! Have a wonderful